Whoops. Good morning. Welcome to Fallawsophy. I'm your host, Jennifer Fallaw, and today we've got some new Jentel. Just a little update on what's going on. Comments. There we go. Rushing around this morning. Spent a little more time meditation than I expected, but here we are. Glad to see you all with me today. Still good news. We still got good news. We're still on our way. No need to worry. So, get the Jentel out of the way, and then I've got some thoughts over coffee and some interesting information that I got personally in a meditation, and I can't tell you everything about, but it is very interesting. Okay. So, this is a Jentel update for 10/16/2025. Those in charge of the release of notifications are watching rates move on the back screen. Okay? Those rates are not rising as quickly as expected. And at this point, they are not sure. So the people who are in charge of giving the go to release the notifications are not sure when to release, but will soon. That is hard to predict. And we had a timeline of Wednesday to the 18th. That is still possible. Okay. So that is what we were looking for. Now, like I told you, Gabriel, the angels told me that on the back screens, these are lining up like dominoes, and we don't, and the operation as to move into Nasara Jasara is lining up like dominoes. What is who kicks the first domino? What is the event that kicks the first domino? We don't know. I told you that 4B is a private event for the RV, and that's when public rates come out. That's tier 5. I don't know if Iraq's going to put out a rate. It takes like a couple weeks for all the others to revalue, and then we're into tier 5. I don't know what that looks like. That is a possibility. But we're on our way. Either way. All we need is notifications to exchange. That's what we're looking for. So keep your eye out. Stay positive. Pray it in. We're still on. Okay. That is the Jentel. That is what oh, no, it's not. I have more. I got too many things going on. All right. Troops have gone into Venezuela to stabilize that country. There is a good chance, and I'm going to come out and be the first to say this, there is a good chance that we may see a new leader there soon. I saw him stepping in, and yes, it is who you think it is. Banks and redemption centers have been notified to stand ready for the transition, they said. We're in a good spot. Things are still happening. Keep the faith. All right. That is Jentel for today. And now, thoughts over coffee. Today we're going to talk about wisdom. Wisdom, this is the message that came to me today, and I'm passing it on to you, the humanitarian spirits. Okay? Wisdom is a strength, a knowing, something once obtained that cannot be taken from you. It comes from experience, trial and error, and triumphs. There's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is something you accumulate. Wisdom comes from the journey. It's a knowing that comes from living it. This is why so many humanitarians have walked through fire. You must become wise to handle the path set in front of you. Wisdom is knowledge applied, a knowing that comes from your own creation. Knowledge can be acquired, logged, and regurgitated at will when needed to inform or impress. Anybody can acquire knowledge. Anybody can study and make their lists and acquire knowledge. Wisdom comes from living and coming to your own conclusions. This is why we look at our past challenges as lessons. When the divine teaches a lesson or life path lesson, you're protected through it and guided in hopes that that experience will help you rise above it. And then in hindsight, the wisdom comes. I've always loved talking to older people. Always. I always love to sit down and listen to their stories. Because they're wise. Well, most of them. Some of them never learn. But most of them, if you listen, there's pearls of wisdom in there that you take with you, and it'll pop out just when you need it for the rest of your life. The elders, the wise ones. All of us have had those in our families and many different places along our journey. I've always said that it's the famous one-liners that stick with you most, or did for my grandfather, my mother, my father, and everyone that I've learned from. It was always one thing that they would say. It's because they share what they know, but allow you to use it to guide you in a direction where you can come to your own conclusions. True wisdom is void of ego, void of fear, jealousy, competition, and greed. Wisdom knows that these emotions are limited and immature. Wisdom embodies the energy of love, strength, truth, hope, and triumph. And that is where you guys have come to. I often teach in this way. Jesus taught this way. The angels have taught me this way. Very simply. Most often when I ask for guidance, they'll ask me a question in return. And that makes me think. It's a grace that snaps me out of my 3D mindset and helps me see the situation from a higher perspective. Example. Knowledge would be knowing that someone hurt you or how they hurt you or wronged you and that they deserve blame. Wisdom is understanding why they did what they did, your part in it, and the lesson in all of it. and the release of blame when you own the experience as a life lesson. It's releasing the immaturity. It's releasing the negative energies. It's rising above it and understanding that this was part of your journey and there really are no mistakes. They're only lessons. And what you choose to do with that knowledge can either turn into wisdom or keep you exactly where you are. On your path, you will have people that will present you with opportunities to gain more wisdom. We've already experienced that. It will not stop. It's not going to end. We are living and walking on what we chose as our highest timeline, our divine path, our humanitarian project that was already approved before you even came here. So what does that tell you about the funding that will come? When you were in heaven, you sat down and wrote out your plan. And you think, oh, I just happened to learn about the RV. I just happened to oh, maybe I'll do this. Or I just happen to have this inner urge to help in one way or another, or a feeling that maybe there's something more. It's not. You didn't just happen to do that. Everybody talks about going. They're all working on their humanitarian projects. What should I do? What should I do? Well, it's not something I can tell you. It's something you have to remember. What is it that is your highest calling? What is it that speaks to you most? What is it that keeps coming back time and time again? What would you do if money didn't matter? That's what it is. And when you were in heaven, when you planned your life before you came down here, and all the lessons you would learn and all the people have written basic concepts, right? You did submit, probably to a council for approval, God. And we know that if we've made it this far and that we came into this life, that it has already been approved. And we just await the time in the 3D where we see that come to fruition. Along the way, you always have the choice to do it or not, to do anything or not. You chose to be here. You chose to make it this far. You chose to stay. Don't worry so much about this being approved or that if it will ever happen, because it has already been approved. And that funding is your birthright to fund your mission. And that is something good to know. So today, talking to Jesus, and the angels, a while back, over the course of, I don't know how many years it's been now, I'm not even going to say that and age myself, but I have met one archangel after another. I've met them all. And the team has gotten bigger that I work with. Of course, at the helm is Jesus and Blessed Mother. And a while ago in a meditation, I was told that I would be working or they'd be adding 12 to the team. And when I see them, they just look like all white, all like I didn't see them. I haven't worked with them yet. And they called them the 12 the 12 are joining you. I forgot about it. I'm just so task at hand. I've been working so hard. We've been focused on this RV, making a living, the whole divorce, everything, vacation, everything. It's just been a whirlwind. Okay. So this morning, I was talking to him, popped in my mind. Oh, hey, guess what? Remember the 12? I'm like, oh, yeah. Who are the 12? Now, I have to confirm this. I have to confirm it. And you probably will not going to hear a lot about this. It's the apostles. Isn't that exciting? I'm so excited. I am so excited about that. I was given an 11-year timeline to come up with the seventh element program that I will go out and I will teach humanity. It's not a church. It's not working anymore. Churches are great. Go to your churches and gather and pray for the Most High for everyone. I am going to be learning from them what they were taught, what they experienced, and what is missing from what he came to teach us. And there will be a list of basic concepts to teach from that. So I'm excited. All excited about that. Recently, you've witnessed that, and through the whole thing, let's stay humble, Jen. Let's just stay humble. It's about the work, okay? And I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anybody else, but I'm all in. All in. I will learn it. I will do it. Yes, thank you, God. Mission accepted. Mission accepted. We know that the dark side has corrupted everything throughout society to maintain control of man. We know that. And as a truther and anon, we have been going down rabbit holes and we've been finding out all the horrors and all the ways. Well, it is much bigger than you ever imagined. Okay. And the absolute first thing that they did was corrupt our religious texts. They couldn't take all the truth out. I asked the angels a long time ago. They said, well, the truth is in there. We would not let them take that out. But it has been interpreted, translated and retranslated, interpreted and reinterpreted to suit man's purposes time and time again, and to create confusion among the living, so they do not become the highest versions of themselves. So they do not do what he said. These things that I do, so shall you do. So they do not remember who they are. And I'm going to do my best to find out. I mean, why not? I mean, if I can go in there and talk to angels and come out here and tell you things and we see it in the real world happening, I mean, and if somebody can give me a date and I can look and tell you, well, you're at your birthday party and I didn't know it was your birthday, why not? I'm doing it. And that's probably the last I'm going to tell you about it. Just for my own protection, because, but I'm excited about it. And I was thinking about that ability that's opened up. I've always really been doing that, but I told you, I don't really get information until somebody asks me, or until I ask. So when somebody asked me on the show that time, hey, can you see exactly what I'm doing on such and such a date? I'm like, when I think about that, that's awesome. Let's do that. You know what it is? It's kind of like time travel. I think it's just bits and pieces along my. I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn. Um, Especially if Jesus says, "Well, I, I thought I heard him say there's a 10-year timeline." I said 10 years, and he said 11. I'm like, okay, I have a lot to learn. But examples like that shows you. I mean, how the heck would I know if it was somebody's birthday? It just shows you in little bits and pieces how we can break outside the program and we can break outside the limitations that we believe shackle us in this 3D reality. You have to stay grounded. You still have to function in reality. I mean, you know what, you're going crazy and like upsetting the kids and everybody and grandma and everybody else. But we can definitely embrace an infinite possibilities concept. And that was the very first thing the angels taught me. So that's what I'm going to do. That is my humanitarian project. And who knows what I'll learn or find out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Charles, cat is in the room hawking. He's got a hairball. Okay. He's making these terrible sounds. And like right when I'm saying that, I was thinking about, wow, God, you're really going to have to protect me if I'm going to do this. And then I hear like these demon growls in the bedroom over there. I'm like, oh, great. Here we go. And the other day in meditation, I was given a shield. I was like, well, thank you, God. God gave me a shield after I did the healings. Got God, Jesus, and Blessed Mother standing there, all the angels around the room, and I call the souls in and I do healings, one after another. And after that, I asked him, heal me, cleanse me, he handed me a shield. I was like, why do I need a shield? But oh well, I got it. So I assume that I will be safe doing this if I got this far and they told me about it. So I'm just going to do it anyway. Whatever. So that's going to be exciting. I will share with you as much as I can, but I'm not going to talk much about that anymore. But this and probably many other pieces, many other steps are all going to go into the seventh element program that will eventually teach us what he came to teach us in probably different words, in my own way. Same thing, I assume. To function as a soul, to step outside of the box, to live in an infinite possibility realm. And as I was told a long time ago, when I asked, why are you telling me these things? They said, because you chose to believe in infinite possibilities. And that is where we reside. And I always thought, oh, angels, okay, in heaven, that's where you reside. No, it's everywhere. I'm excited about what you will all do. I'm excited that we've made it this far, that we are standing at the threshold of a new beginning. And you all know we are. So that's Thoughts Over Coffee for today. Pretty deep. But this is going to be a spiritual and psychological transformation that is going to fully wake people up. And that's all you really have to do. What is the most valuable thing in our world? Is it gold? Silver? It's love. And why is that? because love is the truth. It is the center and the basis of creation. And if we truly want to create a life and a reality for us, for our children, and for those to come, that has to be the foundation. It's always been that way for me. Like, money is like a means to an end. Money's like, oh, well, that's right. Yeah, I got to make money. Like, with everything I do, it's always about my purpose. You know, like, okay, what does this mean? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this job? Why am I making money? Well, it's for the kids. It's for the families, so we can have a roof, and so everybody's okay, right? Understand that when you receive these funds for your journey, it's also for you. It's also a reward for you so that you can relax, focus on that, focus on the love. You will be giving to your projects, but you will also be giving to yourself. And when you love yourself, you are loving God. When you love your children, you are loving God. When you are loving others, you are loving God. And if you think of Him, what is love? It is God. It's the seventh element. It is the element that creates all others at the center of everything, in everything. There is nothing outside the body of God. Unless pieces of Him choose to experience being outside the body of God, and then it was just basically their created experience. The bad guys. Society has encouraged us to idolize money, titles, false idols. You ever hear about that? Now, it's okay to like material things. They are the spoils of your efforts. But if you push past love and idolize money, that becomes your God. Money, ego, fame, then you will eventually corrupt yourself. Okay? If you can definitely be wealthy, successful, have these titles, have these accomplishments, but still have love and God as your foundation, as the reason you do things, and not become corrupted. That is our goal. Our goal is to go out and to take away the pains, to lessen the burdens, to create the love. Everything you give with true divine intent is love. Love is not just a romantic thing. It is what powers and keeps the multiverse moving. It is the transfer of positive energy. Negative energy is the destruction of the creation with that positive energy. So we need to focus first. Even if the negative thoughts will say, well, I'm going to say this because they totally deserve it and I'm upset right now and I want to hurt them. Stop. Just like that your mother used to tell you, count to 10. Yes, count to 10. What am I giving? Or what am I taking? Once something's said, you can say sorry all you want, but the wound is there. It doesn't go away. You've already thrown negative energy into their energy field. That pain is there. Now it's circling around and up to them to take away. And who are you really hurting when you do that? A piece of God. And think about this big light, okay? Center of everything, center of the bullseye. And I've explained it as like the vase theory, where the thought of creation was born, and he knew he had to separate himself, and he would give the pieces of himself all the abilities that he has so that they could go out and have experience. Okay. Look at it like bubbles of light that came out from the biggest light, and the biggest light has to remain at the center to hold the thought of creation, or all would be lost. Okay. So when these bubbles of light go out, it's like the other day when I talked about, somebody said, how are they going to get rid of the fat out of your body in the med beds? And I said, well, they pull the molecules apart and it dissipates. That made me think about this. I'm like, okay, well, we know that we have this light at the center of our being, and that a certain perimeter around us is our energy field. Well, that energy field never ends, because we're all within the body of God. It just dissipates, just gets thinner and thinner and thinner, and there's another constant. So we're the concentrated center, our body, the concentrated center of this God energy. Okay? And the highest vibration, there is no anger, there is no fear, there is no greed, jealousy. It's the highest. It's all love and truth and knowledge, okay? Wisdom. So if you think about it as all these little light bubbles that go out, but they have their energy field, they all connect. They're all still the same part of the same body. So when we have someone who is hurting in that body, and we send them love and lift them up and cast out that negative energy from that bubble, from that concentrated light, and it shines, it in turn helps the others around them shine. It is contagious. Okay? This is our goal. Not just for one, but for many. But in helping one, you help the all. And who told us that? Who told us that? Anyone? Jesus. It's all the same concept. And I think there's probably been many teachers over time trying to teach us the same thing. And it's basically to wake you up and to help you remember, and you will, who you really are. That's what I'm going to do, to the best of my ability. And probably with some of my team members that I've been teaching. We'll see. I know Nancy will be there. And Carissa, pretty sure. Of course, Marcy. Marcy's, Xena warrior princess, badass spiritual lady. We need those around. Exciting morning. I'm excited. And I know, just to give you hope about the RV coming and the funding for this humanitarian project that I was already approved to do before I came here. Like, when I started this, I'm like, why do I need that much money? And what am I going to do with that? I'm going to set the kids up with the houses. Yeah, we have money to live on and blah, blah, blah. A couple houses and warm place and a cold place up here. What am I going to do with the rest of that? I know what I'm going to do with the rest of that now. I'm going to give everything away for free. All the materials, I'm going to rent out, like, someday. And you know what is interesting? An interesting stepping stone that I've been thinking about lately? That I've been getting all these offers to speak and teach at all of your healing centers and all of your events and all of your stuff. I'm like, God, I could go around all year long and just do that. I've got so many invitations. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Because it's like, okay, so I'm here where I have to write the books. And then all of a sudden, Jesus, that one meditation where I was standing in an empty sports arena. And I said, who is this for? I thought it was something for the Jentel. Like, okay, what's going to happen in a sports arena? He goes, this is for you. I'm like, at the time, I'm like, I don't know how I would do that. Well, apparently, I've got 11 years to get there. So along the way, we will learn more and more. We will gain more wisdom. That will help you on your path. We never graduate on a spiritual path, ever. There is always more to learn. And I'm excited for all of you. And just remember, animals are part of God's body too. Everything is. So the more love that you give out, the more pain that you take away, the more brightness that you facilitate in somebody else, the brighter our world will be. And the more people remember who they really are, and then we can get to functioning like heaven on earth. And that is the goal. So, that's really everything I had to say today. I'm excited about it. This is also why I know nobody can take this from me. I mean, I don't want to give out too much. I mean, I suppose they could try. It's not going to make it all the way there. No one can take, and you remember this. You worry about that. Remember, your project's already been approved in heaven. No one can take what God has ordained. And you just ask for that protection, it will be provided. You ask for those teachers, and they will come. You ask for the funds and the means to do it. Once you say, God, I accept my mission, I'm all in. Send in the funds, send in the teachers, send in the protectors. I'm in. I'll do it. No matter what it is, it's already yours. And nobody can take that from you. Let's do some questions. All right. What do you guys think about that? And about the Jentel? Let's get some questions. Oh, I'm going to get over to Rumble because I can't read that. I have not had time to go get new glasses. I don't have any insurance. I can afford it, but I just haven't been down there. I hate doing that. Okay. So Rumble, I will be over on Rumble looking at the answers there. You can go to Rumble. The comments there. You can start your Rumble rants. What's going on with Rumble? I've got 1, 2. Where's all the other comments? You guys watching on no, there's more comments. What's going on with Rumble? Weird. There's another one. But I'm not getting the comments in between the Rumble rants. I'm only seeing the Rumble, which is easier for me. Oh, there they are. Weird. So before, I'd say there were no comments before 10. Strange. All right. Good morning, Jen. This is Linda. My granddaughter Mia, who's 9, just moved to South Carolina. She is feeling bullied by a girl named Liliana, and her grades and emotions are struggling. Do you see a remedy soon? Yeah, punch her right in the face. Just kidding. I can't do that, but it works. All right. Liliana doesn't really have a good home life. This is learned behavior. She's kind of a spoiled brat. Parents aren't really much better. I don't know if you're going to get a lot of help from the parents. Go to the principal or the school counselor. You can go to the principal or the school counselor and ask them not to say anything so that it makes it worse, but to go and watch. That'd probably be best. I do think this gets worked out really soon. Yeah. I think Liliana gets in trouble. Kate Thompson, good morning. This is Christina Thompson. How long after my RV appointment do you see me leaving my job? 3 weeks. Hi, Jen. This is Kat. When do you see someone special, just the right partner for me, coming into my life? Really? November? Get ready for that. Yeah, he's in your energy field. I don't know if you already know him. I don't think, maybe not officially, but he's close by. He's coming. Now, could be next November. It's been known to happen, but I heard November. I did. Mary Gould, I'm all in, God. Please open the door and guide me through my project. Amen. B, thank you, God. My name is Holly Kennedy. I would like to know if my currency is good. Holly, where'd you get it? Not all of it. Not all of it. Thank you, Sue Rose, for typing up those Jentel notes. I will post those on Fallawsophy on Telegram. Just the quick Jentel notes so you guys can share them. Also, before I forget, let's do a little self-promotion. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can go to Fallawsophy.com. It will allow you to purchase and schedule. If you would like a healing with me, or to purchase my classes and learn to do what I do, part of it, I have a package for psychic development and interdimensional meditation classes, and all the way up to interdimensional travel. So basically remote viewing and traveling. It's movement, though. We're moving. We're going places and viewing things. That is available on jenniferfallaw.com. If you purchase that, I will be sending some out today, this morning, when I get done with the show. I was going to do it last night, and sorry for the person that bought the package yesterday. I fell asleep. I was pretty tired. But I will send them to you via WeTransfer if you get those. And there are 9 video classes, probably about, 22 hours worth of video that you can go at your own pace and learn the meditation techniques. Develop your own psychic intuition and skills. Okay. Please do follow me on Fallawsophy on Telegram. That is where I post all the Jentel, all my shows, any news I think is relevant, anything the angels, thoughts over coffee. Anytime I have anything to say, I post it there. What else do we need to know? Oh, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, become a monthly supporter. That would make me very happy. Thank you very much. All right, so let's get back to the questions. All right. Hi, Jen. This is Cynthia L. Do you see a number address for my after RV beach house in Galveston, Texas? Is it on the market yet? If not, do you see when? So you want me to give you the number address? Okay, Cynthia L. What? $10478 on the mailbox? I think that's what I saw. Not on the market. Will be soon. Am I wearing Christmas colors for some reason? Well, green. You can wear that any time of year. It is a fall color. So I'm going to wear fall colors because I love that. I have a lot of it. And she's laughing at me for wearing green. Lisa, get a life. Anyway, hey Jen, this is Christina again. How soon after my RV appointment do you see me getting into a med bed? Christina. 4 weeks. The Promise MAGA. Jen, is my house safe from foreclosure, or will I need to sell valuable assets for a bridge until? You might want to do some to give yourself some peace of mind right now. Right to opinion, I missed the beginning, but it seems like you answered what I was going to have to ask you. Ask my guys. I've scrapped my project and wonder where I should really focus. Thanks for all you do. See, that's what I'm saying, is this project, just ask yourself some questions. What have I learned to do? What is my specialty from my experiences? What do I know? How can I contribute? And what am I most passionate about that will sustain me throughout the years, that I wouldn't give up on? And people think, oh, I've got to create some kind of sanctuary. I've got to do this. I've got to do something really big. And you know what? I mean, if you know a lot about addiction, you've had a lot of people, even if it wasn't you, it doesn't have to be you. I mean, you could provide services for mothers and families or fathers or whoever who's got it, and possibly that's what I wanted to do, because that was one of the things that it just seemed like everybody around me had addictions when I was growing up. And like my dad, he had to go away for like 9 months, and I didn't know where he was, but he was getting recovered. Thank God for that. I got my dad back. But it took him, he had to live outside. It was just really bad. My father was always, he was a graphic illustrator for General Dynamics and Roar Industries, and he was, a functioning alcoholic, but then everything went into the toilet. I mean, just basically lost everything. And then ended up in recovery, and thank God for that. But I mean, let's say you've been surrounded by people with addictions your whole life and suffered from that, like the loss of a parent or, marriage or whatever. You could create a place to go for families, to get counseling and to understand that, because most people don't understand it. They think, well, if they loved me, they'd stop. Well, that's not how it works. Okay, that's not how it works. They do love you. Or, if you've always, some people creating animal sanctuaries to, they feel bad for those animals that are older and don't have a home. It's just, what is it that you're really good at? I mean, maybe you're really good at planning events, the family events, or organizing things. I mean, fun is important too. Joy is important in your life too. It doesn't have to all be saving somebody. It can be entertainment. We need more entertainment in society that is positive. It isn't negative and dark and evil and sick, like everything we watch on TV now. God, I can't watch anything, man. All right. Ask yourself those questions. Hi, Jen. This is Kelly. Do you see me quitting with 2 weeks notice or no notice? 2 weeks. You're gonna be nice to give them the 2 weeks. K Dukes 52. I'm just wondering, Jen, if my partner Jim will be in my life again soon after the RV. I don't think so. I gotta know. Okay. My name is Kathy Weber. What do you see for the home I own as I moved? I have helped a family who needed a place to stay. Do they continue on in this home, or do I get them another home? Yeah, you really get them another place. I don't know if it's like a townhome or something. You do. Get them settled. Hi, my name is Debbie from West Texas. I have open heart surgery on November 12th. Prayers for Debbie for open heart surgery on November 12th. Prayer warriors, write that down. Debbie, heart surgery, November 12th. Do you see the recovery going well? She's resting. It was successful. They said, you're going to be okay. Let's look at more at that. Let's fast forward a couple weeks here. Yep, you're up and moving around. Yep, it accepted it. Okay. Hi, Jen. My daughter is pregnant with my second grandchild. Could you see if she's having a girl or boy? I don't know why I'm not good at that. I got a 50-50 chance, and like I used to get it wrong. That's weird. Spiritual people, why is that? Oh, let's give it a shot. All right, let's... Stacy's new grandchild. Let's fast forward 2 years. Pink. That's how I need to do that. Oh, I can't wait till I have grandchildren. I've seen all the toys, and, she's 2, and she's just, oh my God, I can't wait. Weather Joe. Hi, Joe. How far away do you see my currency exchange and any issues with the exchange and distance? 30, so it's either 30 miles or 30 minutes. Let's go to Joe's exchange appointment. Oh, God, you're really nervous. Calm down. Relax. Hands are shaking. And then I see you surprised that you're done. It's simple. There's no problems at all. Yeah. Joshua Vigil here. What does my spirit guide look like? Okay, Joshua Vigil. It's a woman. She has olive skin. She kind of looks Italian. She has very curly hair, big curls, dark hair, long. Like mine if it was curled up. Angela. She showed me grapevines and grapes. Wine. Italian wine. You had a life with her in the past. I think it's ancient Rome. Vineyard. You made wine. Yeah, she was your wife. Okay. Jen, Diane, where do you see my husband Jay and I spending Christmas this year? DB Young. J. Christmas. So 12, 25, 25, Diane and Jay. You're at somebody's home, and I don't think it's yours. It just looks like a regular, like, 1980s home with lots of laughter there. I think it's a family home. I think you go see family for Christmas. Okay, what do you see me doing the day of November 18th, 2025? Please. Elizabeth Reed. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, so we have person and the date, November 18th, 2025. You know how people go on hay rides? I think it's the morning. So half of the day you're doing something, then you've got dinner at night. I think you're going to like a farm or something, somewhere where they've got like apple cider and hay rides and something, because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this, unless you live on a farm, I'm seeing like a big tractor trailer truck that has straw bales on it, like a block of straw bales. I see there's people walking around though. Yeah. Okay. Jentel confirmed, by the way, I asked earlier this week about going with my boss to a new company. I met with the owners yesterday on Zoom, and my intuition screamed to run. Told you I didn't like it. Didn't know why, I just didn't like it. Good. Glad you found out. Hi, Jen, birthday twin here. Oh, Jen, hi. Well, she's my birthday twin. It's really trippy. Anyway. Will my husband receive funding for his hydrogen company in the next 2? Yes. Big funding. Yeah. Okay. Jen, it's, what time is it? Yeah, I think I'm good. I gotta go in a few minutes. So get your last rumble rants in now. I'll blow through them. Keisha Mitchell, can you tell me what day of the week will I exchange? I don't know. Tuesday is what I heard. I'm like, I don't know, and I heard Tuesday. Hi, Jen again. Jessica here. Could you tell me where I'll be Christmas Eve this year? Okay. Jessica. I'm just trying to get you. And all I have is Jessica. If you can put your first and last name in the, well, it's going to show up in the chat anyway if you don't want to see that. I'll just try. Let me try. There's a porte cochere outside where you drive up under. At first I thought it was a carport, but I think it's at a hotel. think I'm standing looking through glass doors at a hotel. See, the problem is when I do it this way, like in meditation, I can go walk around and look at stuff. But like right now, it's just this one image. It's one moment in time that I go to. It is a hotel. I'm like thinking in my mind, fast forward 2 minutes, and now you're over at the check-in. Yeah, you're at a hotel. I don't know exactly where it is. Okay. Sean here, when do you see me getting into a med bed, and will they help us communicate with our guides? The lifting of the metals in the brain, the calcification of the pituitary gland, like getting rid of all that stuff is going to open you up more to intuition, but it's not going to make you like super psychic, no, because that is a choice to open up to that or not, to have that experience or not. They're not going to program your brain. Love you too, Kathy. Thanks for that. Okay. My name is Kathy Weber. What do you see for my first medbed treatment? What is fixed? How do I feel? I have many physical issues. Kathy Weber. So let's go to the consultation. And let me see what you decide to do. Full restore. Everything. Holly Kennedy, all I got was 2 @names for your Rumble rant there. Jane Bracken here. What is causing my dizziness even after 2 rounds of antibiotics? Jesus. Jane. It's your neck. I believe it's on the right side in the very back. Something's pushing against something. It's your neck. Go and have your neck looked at. Oh, there you are, Holly Kennedy. I see it now. My name is Holly Kennedy. I have Dinar and Dong. You said it's not all good. Can you tell me which one is not good? No, it's going to take too. I can't I think there's probably some way that you could check on it, though. I'm not going to be able to tell you which pieces are not good. Patriot Sonia. Hi, Jen. Sonia here. Will I have the funds to move by my birthday? It's big one, 65. This month? No. Thank you, everyone. All right. Oh, no. Okay, stop with the Rumble rants. I got to get going. I got clients coming up. K-Dukes. Hi, Jen. This is Karen. Just wondering with my partner, Jim, he's been struggling with nephrosis, and now I think some dementia. I don't know what that is. I know what dementia has started. Will we be back together after the RV? Okay, Karen and Jim. Yep. Yeah. Reunite. He's better. Yes. Hey, Jen, I have a fun one. I have my heart set on a North Carolina property post RV. Can you see how happy and excited my husky Bear is on the property? Sure. Bear. He's a little apprehensive at first, like how far out he can go. And I think you get something like a cowbell. I see you ringing this big, like old-fashioned cowbell to call him in. Oh, he's happy as crap. I mean, oh yeah. You let him out, he's just gone. It's gonna be fun. He's very happy. Hello, Jen. My name is Richie Alviar, and my questions are: what do I exchange, and how many zeros are included, and how many days after this? And can you do a full reading in 2 seconds? For $10, please, on the air. Well, let's do this. Okay, Richie, Gabriel. What day do I exchange? I believe that's Thursday. How many zeros are included? A lot. A lot. Okay, how many days after this until I get into a med bed? Okay, after the appointments, med bed. 20 days. There you go. Hi, Jen. It's Shelly. I had a new washing machine installed at my house, but the installers didn't do it properly and the leak caused major water damage. Will they pay for it? Ooh. You might want to have the insurance company do that for you. Yeah. They're going to try and say it's not their fault. Okay. I have to buy a new washing machine, by the way. I've been going to the laundromat, which is kind of nice. You get everything done at once. But I'll have to watch it, make sure they do everything right. Okay, Sean here. Where do you see me on Christmas this year? Did I do that? What the hell just happened? Nope, it's the last one. I think it's the last one, Gina. Did I miss any? Nope. Sean, where do you see me on Christmas? I don't have a last name. Well, I have a date, I guess. Let's try it. The more information you give me, the quicker this goes. Oh, I just saw you typing in the Rumble Rant. That's how I'm going to do it from now on. Sean. I think you're in a family's house this year. Either that or it's an Airbnb. You're in a house. There's not enough information to tell you where I am. I'm inside. I'm in the living room. I'm looking at it like a pretty big window. Like a pretty average house. I feel I just get this older lady sense there. There's an older lady there. Okay. All right, did I get it? Thank you, everyone. I'm going to get going. I got work to do. I missed your question. Was it a Rumble Rant, Betty? What is your screen name and where the hell is it? Did that. Well, that's why I ask everybody to wait until they put their Rumble Rants up. Not just because I'm a pain, but it's because they disappear depending on how much money you put up there. At the top, Betty, just ask the question again, please, because I got to get going. I don't have time for this. I don't see it. At the top is not enough information. Let's be specific here. Your top is not my top. What? Thank you, Betty. When will I move to Texas? All right, Betty. Is it 3 years or 3 months? Years. Takes a while. You decide not to go right away. All right. Have a positive day. Keep your eye on the news. Keep your eye on your emails. We just don't know when this is going to come through, but we're right there. And I'm sure the rest of the gurus will tell you that we're right there too. Pretty sure. Keep an eye on Venezuela with that info that came out about the new leader possibly coming in soon. Okay. Have a good day. Love you all. And I will see you on Monday. This is my last show for the week. I will see you on Monday on Real News Live with Mike and Jen on Rumble with Mike Barra. Have a good day. Bye.